If you're needing a fresh burst of creativity in your drumming, polyrhythms are the best. They're such fun, and your limb independence will massively improve. We're going to look at the tune The Endless Knot by Haken, break down what's going on, plus stick around to the end and you'll see how you can apply these concepts in much simpler tunes while still sounding highly musical. Let's go! So what is a 4/5 polyrhythm? We'll have to go on a brief side quest. There's much confusion about polymeters, polyrhythms, cross rhythms. What are all these things? Are they different? Are they the same? And the confusion is endless. Basically, no one knows. People use them interchangeably. There's no standard language. The whole thing is a massive dumpster fire, to be honest. But I've made a loose definition that I think will help you. Polyrhythm. Different numbers of evenly spaced beats that exist in the same bar. The most simple beat ever, 4 and 8. It's actually a polyrhythm. You've got 4 beats happening alongside these 8 beats in the same bar, in the same space. So 4/8 is actually a polyrhythm. It's just a really easy one. Now for something more complex, 3/2. Check this out. This kick pulse is our reset, our bar line. So this is our beat 1 always. 1, 1, 1, 1. Now I'm going to play 2 inside of that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm going to play 3 inside of that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to play 3 and 2 inside of that. Starting with 2, then adding 3. Now you can hear that made quite a nice rhythm. So one of the things you can do with a polyrhythm if you want to remember it, make it singable. Give it some sort of words that you remember. How about this? Nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea. And then you'll always have in your head, nice cup of tea, nice cup of tea. Actually, I hate tea. But 3/2 was too easy for Haken. So today we're looking at 5/4. Yes, we're going to do exactly what we did with the 3/2, but with 5 and 4. So you and I, we're on a quest to find that singable rhythm. Then it'll be easy. Right? But how do we do that? First step, let's listen to the Haken tune, see if we can absorb what's going on. Now, if listening isn't really working for you, and it's just too much to absorb, we shall move on to step 2, which is the power of math, people! If you want to work out a polyrhythm, times together the 2 numbers you want to play in the bar. So we're looking to do 4 and 5. What is 4 times 5? 4 times 5 equals 20. This means we have 20 overall beats to play with. Here's 20 beats divided into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now here's 20 beats divided into 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we need to overlay those 2 patterns and see where all those accents land. The combination will give us our nice singable all-in-one beat. And we get this. Let's make it singable. How about T really makes me wanna cry. 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 Nice, you've got a singable rhythm. Now you just need to sort out your limbs. T really makes me wanna cry. T really makes me wanna cry. Both left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Both left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And then you've got it. You can play 4/5. But that was too easy for Haken, wasn't it? They couldn't just leave it there. Here's where we get into cross rhythms. We've had polyrhythms, now it's time for the cross rhythms. So again, all these terms people use interchangeably, arguably, they are all interchangeable. So what's this loose working definition of a cross rhythm we're going to go with? Cross rhythm is a repeating rhythm that crosses the bar line, showing no regard for the sanctity of your time signature, or your sanity for that matter. Example, you're playing this nice groove in 4, everything's lovely, everything's chill. And then suddenly out of nowhere, this crashes into it. What would that sound like? And with many of these things, if you think about it too hard, you suddenly can't do it. You have this pattern that sounds like 3 on its own, and it just crosses right through our nice 4 time signature. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hence, cross rhythm. So yes, Haken have done some crossing too, and it's fairly simple on its own. But it's not on its own, is it? It's with 5/4. Why would they do this? Here's what you got. This rude and impudent snare and crash backbeat right plastered over your 5/4. Ultimately meaning your hands play this. And your foot plays a pattern of 5 through that. Easy to get lost in that, hey? Polyrhythms, cross rhythms. Would you believe it? Haken said to themselves, we could do one. Or, hey, let's do both. That would be great. What could go wrong? Yep, a polyrhythm of 5/4 crashes into this cross rhythm of 4/4. Even I don't think I understand what I just said. Let's play it. Start here. Right hand on the crash, right foot on the kick. T really makes me wanna cry. T really makes me wanna cry. So we're doing our 5/4 pattern, and your right hand is playing that 5. Your right foot will be playing that 4. Now it's time for your left hand to attempt the crossing. So with your left hand, we're looking to get this. Now have a go. Sometimes you can just do it, and this happens. However, what if that doesn't happen? Let's sing the phrase and find where those snare accents come. T really makes me wanna cry. 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 And that is our whole sequence. Congratulations! Surely you've done it. Haken couldn't have made it any harder now. Could they? Could they? Could they? Why would they do this? This 4/4 cross rhythm with the snare also has accents in the right hand. Yep. That just plasters straight across your nice 4/5 pattern. Let's go back and add our accents to each bar. Bar 1. T really makes me wanna cry. Bar 2, tea really makes me wanna cry. Bar 3, tea really makes me wanna cry. Bar 4, tea really makes me wanna cry. And perhaps you noticed, bar 1 and 3 now have the same accents all the way through them. The snare's just in a different place. We have tea really makes me wanna cry. And then bar 3 we have tea really makes me wanna cry. Now we put in the snare. Tea really makes me wanna cry. Bar 3. Tea really makes me wanna cry. Same accents are present. It's tea, makes and cry. Tea really makes me wanna cry. And it's the same for bar 2 and 4. The opposite accents are present. It's just the snare's in a different place. Here's bar 2. Tea really makes me wanna cry. Bar 4. Tea really makes me wanna cry. Doesn't this whole thing just make you wanna cry right now? And hey, if you really want to dive deeper into these more challenging grooves, you want to be able to play them yourself and push your drumming to that next level, I have 2 things you can do. Number 1, leave me a comment under this video. Let me know if you have a particular song that you'd like me to break down on the channel, because if I have time, I would love to do it. Number 2, we can take this all further in one-to-one lessons. I currently have 4 tuition slots available, and I would love to offer you a free intro call to chat about your drumming goals and see if we want to take that further. There's a link for that in the description. There's also this very fancy QR code if you happen to be watching on a TV or something. So, that's that. Let's move on. You've now mastered the end of Haken's knot. But what use is it? You can play 5/4 with fun accent. Yeah, sure, it's fine if you're in a tech metal band, but what about your band? What about your music? How could this work in a simple straight groove? Let's find out. Polyrhythms, cross rhythms, all of these things give a beat a sense of constant motion. And that's something that you can use in your music if you want to have this sense of growing tension. Let's take a simple beat. 4 on the floor with your kick, 2 and 4 with your snare. Say you're writing a song like this. What would happen if in the verses, or a quieter section, you were to put in this 5/4 cross rhythm? You hear how it gives the groove an interesting motion, but it's still super danceable. And of course, the impact is much greater if you then drop into a much simpler groove, right? It sounds even more epic. Another example. Say you're writing a tune and you have a 4-bar build-up that goes something like this. What if you were to put that cross pattern of 5 in that build-up? Something like this. Or whatever style you're playing. Now, it's over to you. What will you create? Let me know in a comment if this fires your imagination. I'd love to know where this leads you. And if you're craving more weird and strange rhythms, there's a Genesis tune with Phil Collins on drums that has this insanely weird bit in the middle, and I made a video breaking it down for you. That video is here, and I will see you there.